You must have had one of those moments where it feels like the universe just aligned so perfectly. And when you look back, the timing seems almost impossible. Like, how could something so good have been in motion before you even set the intention for it, right? Well, I recently had one of those experiences and it completely shifted how I understand reality and our role creating the experience that we do. So, today I want to share a mind bending story about how reflecting on my limiting beliefs around my brand led to a seemingly preset opportunity that accelerated my business insanely, right? But the real question is, how could something that was already in motion align with my new mindset shift? Well, we will dive into the metaphysical laws, vibrational alignment, and the truth behind how reality is shaped not just by our beliefs but by the frequencies that we embody. So, stick with me by the end of this video because you might start to see that your own life is unfolding in a different way altogether. So let me take you back to that day, right? It was around 7 in the evening and I was in my deep reflection mode and I was trying to break free from limiting beliefs that I held around my brand and how it's going to work out. So, one of those kind of thoughts that sneak in and make you feel stuck, like things aren't moving ahead, things aren't moving forward, like all the efforts that you're putting in just hitting a wall, right? I sat there consciously deciding that I wanted to let go of my old limiting beliefs. I wanted to shift into a mindset that truly aligned with the success that I had envisioned. So I was having a casual conversation with one of my friends while these thoughts were circling around my mind. Now, fast forward to 9 o'clock that same evening, I get a call from my parents, just a regular checkup, catch up call, nothing unusual. And they told me something which was surprising, right? A guest had visited them, and during the conversation, he mentioned that he had some connections that could possibly help me escalate the growth of my brand. And here's where it gets really interesting. The conversation with this guest had already happened hours before I decided to reflect on my limiting beliefs. At that time, I had no idea he could help in any way. I had no idea even if somebody was visiting my parents. But somehow, this opportunity only became visible to me after I had shifted my mindset. And this led me to question that many of us think when we dive into this world of manifestation and vibrational alignment, which is that if life molds itself to our beliefs, then how could this opportunity was already set in motion before I even started reflecting on my limiting beliefs? Now, in order to understand this, we need to break down a few universal laws, right? So, the first is the law of vibration, which states that everything is energy vibrating at different frequencies. Our thoughts, beliefs, emotions are not just abstract concepts, they are vibrational states. And once you understand that, I understand that when I decided to let go of my limiting beliefs, I shifted my frequency, and in doing so, I aligned with a timeline where that opportunity was not just a possible thing but also visible to me. The shift wasn't in the external circumstances but in the perception and my reception of that opportunity. Before this shift, the same information might have reached to me, but I might not have interpreted it as an opportunity. I might have dismissed it or felt skeptical about it and have not acted upon it. Then, secondly, there is this law of mentalism. from Hermetic philosophy, which teaches us that the universe is mental. Reality itself is a projection of mind, right? When I shifted my internal world, the external world adapted, and not because it changed, but because my perception of it changed, right? The guest's offer to help was already set in motion, but in my mental shift, that allowed me to perceive it as an opportunity when I did that shift. Before the shift, I might not have felt worthy of that help, might have even assumed that it will not work out. This is where the power of our mental state really shows up. It's like tuning into a radio only when you tune into the right frequency do you hear the music clearly. We often think that the cause and effect happens in a linear way, but first comes the cause and then comes the effect. In a vibrational sense, the cause is our internal state and the effect is the echo, both moving forward and backward in time. By shifting my vibration, I essentially collapsed the potential reality into my experience. This is not just a metaphysical concept. Even quantum physics suggests that particles exist in a state of probability until observed. In the same way, our reality exists on a field of possibilities, right? When I changed my beliefs, I essentially observed a version of reality where this opportunity was actually present. Now, this concept is not even something new. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says to Arjuna that all has happened and is happening and will happen and is already woven into the fabric of time. You only need to align yourself to see it. The idea is that all the possibilities exist simultaneously. It is our alignment, our state of being, that determines which reality, which version of it we experience. When I shifted myself vibrationally, I aligned myself with a version of a reality where this guest's help felt like a real opportunity. In a lower vibrational state, I might have encountered resistance, such as the guest not offering help, my parents not even mentioning it, or me not even feeling confident to be able to follow up on it, right? Had I not shifted my beliefs, my reaction to my parents' call could have been entirely different, right? So I might have heard them, but not really listened. I could have thought, oh, it's just talk, nothing will ever come out of it. In a lower vibrational state, I might not have felt even motivated to take action upon it, or I could have let my doubts overshadow the opportunity. It's not just about knowing that the opportunity exists, it's about being energetically ready to receive it. Opportunities are essentially neutral until we give them meaning. When I shifted my vibration, I tuned into a frequency where this opportunity felt like a real, possible, and a valuable thing. So, what I learned from this experience is that our beliefs don't just shape our future, they shape our past too. They change how past events connect with us. When we shift our frequency, we don't just align with new possibilities moving forward, we also unlock opportunities that were already there but hidden. It is as if you put a new lens and suddenly things that were blurry are now more clearer, right? It's not just that they are there. It's not just that they weren't there before, but your ability to see them and act upon them transforms completely once you intentionally decide. So, if you have ever experienced something like this where the timing of an opportunity seemed almost to the effect, share your story in the comments. I would love to hear your story and how shifting your mindset or beliefs has changed the way reality shows up for you. And in this video, this is something that I wanted to reflect upon and share with you guys, because I feel like changing your beliefs and changing your intentions towards something not just changes your future but your past as well. So change your beliefs and you might just change your entire reality. And with that, I will see you in the studio.